Welcome back everybody, MC here with another video, and today is our next episode of Terraria. It's our expert casual playthrough, casual meaning that we can use any items that we want to reach our goal, which is to defeat Moonlord. So the first thing we're going to be doing today is we're going to explore a little bit of the map, and I'll explain a little bit of the reason why a lot of it's blacked out in a second. But first, we have found a dungeon, so that's very useful for the next part of the game, and we're going to make sure that we use the dungeon to our advantage and get as many of the accessories in there as possible. We'll discuss what's in here at a later episode. So as you can see, a lot of the map is blacked out. That's because I changed my PC and getting my save over wasn't difficult at all, but for some reason my exploration for this character disappeared. The game doesn't remember what I've already seen with this character, which is a bit annoying, but it doesn't matter. I think I know where everything is, and I've already finished the snow biome in the last 2 episodes, so I don't really need to go there anymore. So it doesn't really matter what I've seen, as long as I know that the dungeon is here. The jungle has to be on the other side of the dungeon. You can't have both on the same side. And because of the small map that we're playing on, we're about to hit the seaside very shortly. So we have managed to reach the side of the left side of the map. And we got very lucky here actually with a chest that was outside of the ocean, so that was kind of nice, but the items unfortunately weren't great. And as you can see, I need to do a little bit of inventory management at some stage as well. My inventory is a bit too busy for my liking. So the first thing we're going to do today officially is we're going to build a place to fish, because we're getting to that stage of the game now where we're going to need to upgrade our pickaxe and try and get a couple of the other items that you can get in the ocean. So I usually build a boardwalk all the way out when it comes to the ocean, and the boardwalk I try to stretch until I can't see the shoreline anymore, simply because I want to make sure that the water is at its deepest point so that I can get the proper fish that I'm actually looking for and not just trash. If you see, I put one pillar down below the boardwalk, so that stops fish and other enemies from getting into your base from underneath. However, only put it down one, don't put it down below that, because if you put another one below that block, you'll see it on the cursor's just over it now really. If you put another block underneath that, you'll actually disrupt the level of the water, and level of water in Terraria is very weird. You want to make sure that you don't disrupt the level so that you can actually capture the fish. If, for example, I was to put one pillar there and another pillar on this side that I'm working on at the moment, I would have an uneven level of water and I wouldn't be able to catch what I need to catch. But we're not going to be catching any fish, and we're not going to be fishing quite yet, simply because we don't have the fishing rod that we need or any bait at the moment or a net. So all we're doing for now is we're just building a little boardwalk and getting it ready for when we do fish. This little fishing area is actually quite good. It's always good to have, say, a merchant or some sort of NPC there as well, just so you can sell items to them. I didn't do that yet, but I'm pretty sure I'll take care of that later. But for now, let's go back. So it's almost nighttime and we have 360 health. We have the nurse next to the platforms, and the platforms are pretty much ready. It's almost nighttime, as I said, so I think it's time we took on the Eye of Cthulhu. We have a suspicious looking eye, so I think if we put away our valuables and let's try and wait for nighttime, then we'll be able to fight the eye. So this is very important here, guys. This is cursor changing. As you can see, ever since I changed my computer, my cursor is still the default. It's very hard to see. So it's very important to give your cursor a border. It increases the size of the cursor, which makes it easier to see. And if you make it white, it makes the cursor way easier to see overall. So you just go to main menu, go to cursor, and pretty much change your cursor to be red on the inside, which I usually do, and white on the outside. It just almost doubles the size of your cursor and makes it way easier to see, especially in fighting moments. And I just find like if you put the border color all the way to the left and then all the sliders to the right, you get the pure white color. And that's exactly the best way to use the cursor, in my opinion. It's just so much easier. So now we are going to summon the Eye of Cthulhu. And we have our Iron Skin potion active. And we have a couple of other potions as well, like the Night Vision potion. I'm going to shut up and let you guys watch this and focus myself too. So I will definitely let you enjoy it. But before I do, I'm just going to let you know that I will be using the nurse strat for this auto pose on and nurse strat. It's not something you really need for the Eye of Cthulhu. It's more of a hardcore expert kind of strat that you need, but it's really useful. And if you ever want to make your life easier in Terraria, which I always do after thousands of hours, you want to use the nurse strat. So enjoy. Okay, so that is Eye of Cthulhu finished for this playthrough. Obviously, we can kill it more times for money and for ore as well, but the most important part of killing Eye of Cthulhu for myself is you get the Shield of Cthulhu, which helps to increase your movement, especially around your enemies. And you get Demonite ore, which you can turn into Demonite bars. Demonite bars are very useful for a couple of things, but the most important thing for us is the Fisher of Souls. So you want to get your Demonite bar straight away, and the first thing you want to do is create your Fisher of Souls. Fisher of Souls is the only fisherman mod you really need in the game, because it can get you everything you need in the early stages of the game. You can get the Reaver Shark from this, you can get crates for late game. You don't really need anything else. All you need now is a bit of bait. So best thing to do is to get the bug net along with the fishing rod, and once you have both of those, you can start to get yourselves prepared for fishing. And fishing in Terraria, as I said, is very, very important early game. But the first thing we want to do now is we want to summon a meteor. Now, this is a little trick that I find always works for me. It only works if you have killed Eye of Cthulhu first, and I'm on PC on the latest 1.3 update. So just so you guys know, if it's not working for you, it might be because of the version you're playing or the console that you're playing on. So I'm on PC 1.3. And the trick is, if you destroy 3 of the orbs in the corruption, you summon the Eater of the Worlds. Now, if you're playing on a non-expert character, sorry, a non-hardcore character, you can be on expert for this. If you die to the Eater of the Worlds, kind of on purpose, you actually spawn a meteor on the next available night. And it's a handy little trick to speed the game up a little bit, because you want meteor armor. But in order to get meteors to fall, you need to break 3 orbs. But instead of actually trying to fight the Eater of the Worlds with such low level armor, why not just break 3 orbs, summon him, and then, well, die on purpose. And if you die on purpose, as I said, you're going to get the meteor to land. So I actually would have loved to have fought this thing properly with the current gear that I have. I think I would have been fine, but I was silly enough to jump into this hole. So now we have availability of a meteor to land on the next available night. So it's just about to come nighttime now, so the chances of it falling straight away are very slim. But if you keep an eye down in the bottom left corner, you'll see that there might be a meteor dropping very soon. And the most important thing about meteor is, in a casual playthrough where you could use any weapons and any armor, you can get meteor armor and a meteor gun, which will carry you pretty much all the way through the early game. And I won't have to upgrade my armor, and I won't have to upgrade my weapons anymore up until the hardwood point. But for now, it's raining, and rain equals better fishing power. However, I don't have any bait, so I'm going to spend a little bit of time here trying to gather some bait so that we can actually go fish and try and get the Reaver Shark and a couple of other early game items that you need from fishing. So it's time to start our fishing part of our playthrough. Probably the most important part of any Terraria run is the fishing, for many reasons, especially because it gives you a break from having to do the fighting all the time or building and all that stuff. But I'm going to leave it there for now. Thank you very much for watching today's video. Make sure you like and subscribe and comment below. And we will be back very soon to show you what happens next in our Terraria playthrough. It'll be in 2 weeks, and you won't have to wait as long as you did last time. So thank you very much, and I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye!